One take, one shot. This is the Raw review where we do it immediately following Monday Night Raw. You get my Raw visceral reaction. And I will just start off with saying thank you, AJ Styles. You are, pun intended, phenomenal. And this was a really good send-off. I wish they could have done this with John Cena as well. And don't give me the, well, John Cena didn't have any more dates left on his contract. He wanted 210 dates, and they gave him 36. But I will say, great job right here with AJ Styles send-off. It was just really nice. It was really nice. They gave him respect. They allowed him to speak through with his heart in the ring, and Undertaker came out and announced that he was in the Hall of Fame. Great job. Kudos on this, Triple H and gang. And we'll talk more AJ Styles tomorrow. Hopefully you boys and girls give me some comments. Give me some favorite comments of AJ Styles, and we can talk maybe more on him. I did tear up, though. I did tear up. AJ Styles. What a guy, man. And from all accounts, a great human being. Now let's talk this title before we talk about the Vision. Oh my gosh, the Vision. Very unfortunate news for the Vision. But the title. This, you can win. All you got to do is comment below. For real, it is a replica, not a toy. I'm giving it away. All you gotta do is comment and be a subscriber, and you can win it. All right, so yeah, like, I'm probably a little low energy because I got a little emotional, to tell you the truth. It was I was sad because, I don't know, all my childhood, not even my childhood heroes, to be honest with you, all my heroes are just going away. My childhood heroes are like Mr. Perfect, Ravishing Rick Rude, Ultimate Warrior. So I've already lost all my childhood heroes. Now I'm losing the heroes of my teenage years and my 20s. So I'm just like mortality. I'm being faced with mortality here as John Cena, AJ Styles, they all retire. Goldberg was a cause of celebration, but AJ Styles is like, yeah, you know, oh man. Okay, anyways, the Vision. So Bronson Reed is injured. And it's like, the Vision is cursed. Like, and I'm not saying that in like, I'm not celebrating this. It's just like, wow. I've never, ever, in all of my time watching wrestling, seen something like this, such a top faction just be decimated like this. The closest I can think of is like when the two-man power trip, Triple H and Steve Austin, you could tell there was a huge story that was built around them, and then Triple H got hurt. Or when the NWO came to WWE and like everybody just got like out with injuries and stuff. It's just like, I've never seen a top faction like this just be one after another just taken out through injury, legit injury. Seth freaking Rollins, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breakker. It's like, wow, that sucks. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I liked the Vision as a group. I think they were booked very poorly, but at the end of the day, it's like they were able to pick up the pieces when Seth got injured, and they trugged along. And then it looked like Bronson Reed was going to pick up the pieces of Braun Breakker and finally get the push that he deserved. And then this happened. It's like, boy, I feel bad for everybody. Like, I will never, even though I thought the Vision sucked, I will never put the well-being of a wrestler over the storyline, and the storyline could have been salvaged, to be honest with you, but like, geez Louise, this just sucks. This just sucks on so many levels. And I wish a speedy recovery for every single person involved, but honestly, just disband this Vision, or the Vision, because it's like, wow, even Austin Theory, if you think about it, is kind of a victim to fate here. Here is a dude who finally gets out of the doghouse, kind of, sort of, and put in a prominent spot just for it to all just crumble. Like, the guy's career is just like, I don't know. He's got the the monkey's paw. I wish to be in a top faction, and he gets his wish, but then the faction just like falls apart. Like, this sucks, and like, speedy recovery to Bronson Reed, Braun Breakker, Seth Rollins. If I come across in any way, shape, or form that I'm happy that this happened because I don't like the vision, then that's not the case whatsoever. And it's all just a very much series of unfortunate events that I'm just like, don't know what to say, honestly. I'm just like kind of shocked and dismayed by the whole thing. I haven't had time to process it all, and I just hope that everybody, I don't know, I just hope everything, I just hope a speedy recovery, and just like, wow. Okay, so that led to Jey Uso actually winning the triple threat. And I don't think Jey Uso was going to be in the chamber. I don't think Bronson Reed was going to win the chamber. So, like, they could easily restructure that match. But, like, the storylines, everything, just the human element of it is just, like, it's just so much up in the air right now, right before WrestleMania. And I will say that Triple H is pretty good when his back is against the wall. So I do have, I actually, believe it or not, I do have high hopes with Triple H when his back is against the wall. It seems like when Triple H gets really lazy when things are going as planned. So hopefully they are able to pivot pretty hard. And yeah, so well, let's start before this actually happened though. It starts off with this is an AJ Styles. It's going to be like a AJ Styles show. They're going to show clips throughout the night. We get to see the Bullet Club together with Tunga Loa, Tama Tonga. They were part of the Bullet Club. And then the Good Brothers, who were they weren't in WWE for a while, but they come and go, but they were here tonight. Omos returned, because he was a tag team partner with AJ Styles. We see a lot of backstage segments. We don't really get them in the ring. I thought we would, but it just happened to be just AJ in the ring by himself. But this is an AJ Styles, show, and we have Michael Cole and Corey Graves in the ring talking about it, but then Gunther interrupts, and Gunther comes out and just says, "Why are we doing this? I'm offended by this because he's a loser." And I did like that when Adam Pearce came out, Gunther just kept talking. He just ignored Adam Pearce, and Adam Pearce is like, "What's going on?" And Adam, it's like every week now, Adam Pearce just comes out with security guards and escorts people away. I really think Gunther should have attacked the security guards and then walked away anyways, because Gunther said at one point, "I'll leave, but on my own free will." So to prove that he was leaving on his own free will, he should have beat up all the security guards and then left anyways. But it was, Gunther was pretty good in this spot. Dragon Lee, honestly, I'm liking the passion and fire from this guy. Like, Usually, I don't think a pull-apart brawl is enough of a storyline to be like, yeah, look at these stories, I think it's kind of like WWE has overused them. But with this Dragon Lee, I like it because he's just so mad. He doesn't want to talk or anything. So he just keeps attacking Gunther. He attacked him twice tonight in Gunther's exit out the building. So I appreciated what we're doing with Dragon Lee. Now, there's no way, shape, or form do I think Dragon Lee will win this feud, and I don't want it to be the WrestleMania feud, but this could be a good like night after Elimination Chamber matchup right here. And what was good about this was it got Gunther out of the building, because we'll see later on Brock Lesnar makes everybody look like a chump except for Gunther, because Gunther wasn't in the building. We then go to no, okay, good. We then go to a commercial. There's a commercial right now where Penta, LA Knight, and Stephanie Vakir are doing like TurboTax. It was so funny watching Penta. Penta was really funny in this TurboTax commercial. Go check that out if you got a shot at it. Cody Rhodes came out too. So Cody Rhodes, when Gunther was leaving, Cody Rhodes, he looks at him and then he goes out to the ring and he's like, "What do you want to talk about?" But then the Vision came out. This is when the Vision Vision came out, and it sets up the matchup of then Jey Uso comes out, and then the original Grande Americano comes out. Now, granted, I do know that Bronson Reed, like I said, he does get hurt. So that aside, why wouldn't the Vision just stay out there for a triple threat and Jimmy Uso just stay out there for this triple threat? Because it's no DQ, so why not just stay out there? But this is where Bronson gets hurt, and they obviously pivot and let Jey Uso win it. Very unfortunate. Already talked about it. We will then have, Bronson Reed, Dominic and Liv Morgan. They come out. Liv then has Stephanie Fakir come out and Jade Cargill. Liv starts talking about how Stephanie was right. And I know Stephanie was like, or Liv was suckering her in, but the way they were Liv talked about Stephanie, I really wish that, or I hope next week at least, because Liv was like, yeah, you're right. I had everything handed to me, and I see your struggle now. I really hope Liv claps back next week and says, you know what? I didn't have everything handed to me. I fought. Just because I had the luxury of being in the system doesn't mean I didn't have to fight. But I hope that's next week. This week, it was suckering her in. And she makes Stephanie's like, okay, yeah, it seems like Liv is about to turn face because she just gave Stephanie all the props in the world. She turns to Jade, and Jade's like expecting her to say, okay, well, I guess we're gonna fight. But then Liv turns around and hits Stephanie Fakir and attacks her. And so she was suckering her in, and she picks Stephanie Fakir. My favorite part was though watching Jade just like nod with approval. I love when heels just they support other heels just for the pure fact that they're heels. Jade was just like, yeah, good job, girl, and then walked away. And then Liv just, so now we got our WrestleMania matchup. I am glad that matchup is happening. And Stephanie, to be honest with you, has looked like even when she walked down the aisle, it seemed like she had a swagger about her. So just being paired up against Liv Morgan is causing Stephanie to raise her game character-wise. I get it. Stephanie's a great wrestler and all, but as a character, I haven't felt her up until now. I'm starting to see like, okay, there we go. Then we do, out of approval, Bullet Club in the house. Wow. We got Natty. She knocks out Maxine Dupree. She puts her into like the post or something. I think they should have done this tonight. I get it. That was probably the original finish. But because Bronson Reed was taken out the way that he was, they had to like basically just kind of like usher him out. What they did was Natty like knocked out Maxine Dupree and they stopped the match. They had to stop the match due to like wrestler safety, but because it happened to Bronson Reed earlier, it was just like too soon. You know what I mean? Too soon. We can't like, even though one was real and one was probably scripted, we can't like, they should have just changed the finish or not had the match. Something like that. But Natty ended up winning by just like knocking her out, and then she still wanted to fight. But it was just too close to, it was just an unfortunate thing because of what happened with Bronson Reed. But I mean, it wasn't the end of the world or anything, but it was just kind of weird. Finn Balor talks about how he has to win on his own, and Dom's like, well, I don't want to win on my own, so come and help me next week when I fight Penta. And Finn's like, you need to stand up, you need to be a man. This is weird. This is weird to me because Finn Balor was just a giant scumbag in order to get this match. Like, he attacks AJ Styles and CM Punk. He's doing all these underhanded things. He's like stopping Raw, forcing a match, and now he wants to say we need to do it the right way. That's not how heels work, brother. That's not how heels work. Like, I don't understand why, like 2 weeks ago, he's a giant jerk and now he's not. Oh, it's because CM Punk called him out? No, come on, give me a break. It's like inconsistent. And excuse me. So it is what it is. But Finn Balor trying to be the upstanding guy now and win with respect it's just weird because of like he literally attacked AJ Styles and Finn Balor or CM Punk in their last match. So I didn't like that. We then go to Kofi and Javon Evans, they kind of get into it and they're going to have a match. This at the very least, should have been a 4-week program that led to a special match on a Raw. Or it should have been on a Saturday Night's Main Event, or even Elimination Chamber or Backlash. If you don't want to do WrestleMania, fine, but I wouldn't even have a problem with that. This should have been a bigger match because back in the day, the way they're talking about Javon now is kind of how they talked about Kofi, and we could have had something like that happening. We could have based the feud on that. And I really think it was a missed opportunity to just have this match. To just let's just have this match tonight. And not only that, but this match was kind of thrown together on the fly, it wasn't announced. But later we'll have Adam Pearce with the crate, and then Rusev comes out and says he starts talking smack, but then Obafemi comes out to Rusev, and they get into it a little bit, war of words, and Adam Pearce is like, guys, tonight's about AJ Styles, and they're like, fine, for AJ, we won't fight. Okay, why would that matter if tonight was for AJ Styles? Just book them in a match, Oba and Rusev. I don't think AJ Styles doesn't want those two to wrestle. And on top of that, if it's because of the fact that we're just booking, we can't book matches on the fly, everything's planned, well, Kofi and Javon was booked on the fly. So it made no sense to not book Oba and Rusev. What they should have done was just not have Oba in the building tonight. Oba in the building tonight kind of made him look like a chump because everybody looked like a chump except for Gunther tonight because Brock Lesnar comes out and Paul Heyman talks about how Brock is the real deal. He's the real main event because he beat Undertaker, who was the previous pseudo main event because of the streak, and Brock beat the streak. Therefore, Brock now is the real main event when there's no title on the line. And he basically says, if anybody will come out and fight me, I will fight you. And nobody came out. Come on. We know for a fact that AJ Styles, for one, is in the building, but Cody Rhodes was in the building. We saw him earlier. We know that Obafemi was in the building, and we know Rusev was in the building. Those are three people who should be they should just step up to Brock Lesnar. Oh, well, we know Cody has a matchup against at Elimination Chamber, so he wouldn't. No, Cody Rhodes' character would still step up regardless. But okay, fine. What about Oba, though? Oba would step up. Rusev, his character would say he needed to step up. I get it. Rusev's not in the same league as Brock Lesnar, but his character would. And Obafemi 100% would. And in fact, they even mentioned that Brock Lesnar eliminated Oba, I think, in the Rumble. So there's even a little bit of a story there. And Oba's in the building. And they don't let him come out after Brock and Paul Heyman literally say, anybody want to come out? No, you're all scared. And then to top it off, later in the evening when we do the AJ Styles retirement speech, everybody comes out. So we then see that Damian Priest is in the house, LA Knight, is in the house, everybody's in the house. So you're telling me nobody would come out to Brock? So that they shouldn't have done this tonight. This segment shouldn't have happened on a show that had everybody in the whole locker room there, and Obafemi especially. It shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. You might think I'm nitpicking, but I'm telling you, the devil is in the details. It's the small, minute details that make things epic and special. We can throw together a 2-week storyline, or we can build a 4-month storyline. And that's the thing. They don't look at the details. They just microwave the stories. That's why the Bloodline story was so amazing. It's because everything mattered. Little details mattered, but there's no attention to details nowadays. And so I didn't like that. And then we have we don't know who still. So Javon Evans will beat Kofi Kingston. There was, I think, a rapper. I don't know who it was. I don't follow. Honestly, I don't really know any musicians in today's world. Other than I know Taylor Swift. She dates someone in football. And Beyonce. I know Beyonce. But I don't know any of their music. So I have no idea. Eminem. I know Eminem too. I have no idea what is playing on the radio. I just listen to podcasts. Honestly, usually I'm just listening to Chris Van Vliet. And we got then, sorry, Finn Balor does a promo saying how he has to win, and then CM Punk. CM Punk's trying to make it believable. He is trying to make it believable, but it's just not that Finn Balor's gonna win. Like I told you, if Finn Balor wins, I'll give away a belt. Like straight up. Saturday, there's going to be the Elimination Chamber. If Finn Balor wins the title, I will give away the title on Sunday. All right? I'll give away the title on Sunday if Finn Balor holds the title. We then do, because he's just not going to win. So CM Punk tried. He tried really, really hard to make it seem like this was, a big deal, but at best, we'll get a good match out of it where Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor finally crash out. And then we have Raquel Rodriguez versus Io Sky versus Kai. And surprisingly, Raquel won. I'm happy Raquel won. But now I'm like, I figured we would just get an event. I figured the final two were going to be Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. So egg on my face. I think Rhea's going to win the Chamber now. I think Rhea is going to win the Chamber because Charlotte's not in it even. Yeah, I was surprised. But you know what? I'm happy for Raquel. I am happy for Raquel. I think it was too early to put Kiana James in, but I think it's the perfect time to put Raquel Rodriguez in. Raquel's new, fresh, and yet they've built her very strong over the last year, where Kiana is new and fresh, but they haven't built her strong. But it's not the end of the world. I'm glad for people who like Kiana, but I think Raquel was the perfect choice to be in here. I was surprised by her victory, but she did win. And then that's it. We then do the AJ Styles retirement speech, and again, I wish they would have given this respect to John Cena, but I'm glad they gave it to AJ Styles. By all accounts, this dude is phenomenal and a legend. And AJ Styles, I love you. I thank you for everything. I've been following your career since about 2004, maybe 2003. I don't know, 2004, 5. And I guess I followed you in WCW too, but I didn't really know I didn't know it was you when I was watching, even though your name was AJ Styles. But yeah, so anyways, thank you for everything, AJ. Tomorrow we'll talk more about AJ, hopefully in Hot Takes. Leave some comments about how much you love AJ, a favorite memory or something. Boys, girls, thank you so much. Speedy recovery, Bronson Reed, and The Vision. Like, man, that sucks for those guys. I don't know what's going to happen. See ya, bye.